recently we've been getting a lot of crossovers, and I love seeing franchise mixed with other franchises I like. So you'll probably guess how excited I was when Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle was announced. Seeing Rotna the Blood Edge fighting characters from Persona 4 Arena and In-Birth was really cool, but what really sold the game for me was the inclusion of Ruby Rose from RWBY.
Now hang on just a minute! This looks interesting!
And for those who don't know, RWBY is a web series created by Rooster Teeth in 2013, and since then, it has gone 9 seasons, a spin-off, several games, and even an actual anime. But when it comes to crossovers, they don't have much. Other than cross-tag battles, Smite, Paladins, and some mobile games, that's basically it. But in 2021, DC announced they were doing a crossover with RWBY. You see, DC owned the rights to publish the RWBY comics in 2019, releasing first on digital and then a month later for physical copies. The series flew under the radar and was hated by the fans. From what I understand, people didn't like the character designs and the weird romance between Bruce Wayne and Weiss. But hey, the comics probably sell well because in RTX 2022, it was announced that a RWBY X Justice League movie was coming out. And recently we got a first look at it, and everyone hated it.
Calm down, son, it's just a drawing.
And you probably guessed it, it was the character designs. I had to remind myself that most people don't read comics or consume a ton of DC media like me, because the character designs are okay. So today I just want to go look through the comic and see if it's actually worth the hate or not.
You can't just take off on your own like that, Neo. Try to stick with me and Minerva so you don't get lost, okay?
The story begins with RWBY and Yang visiting their dad. Their dad told them that he's been getting a lot of work done thanks to his helper Clark. They established right away that this isn't the same character from the Prime DC universe, just another variant in the multiverse of madness. Which is kind of disappointing, but this Superman still has his standard Superman powers, but as his semblance. While going on a walk, the gang encounters a Grim with hypnotic powers. This Grim easily controls Clark. Yang snapped Clark back to reality, oops, there goes gravity, and together the sisters were able to beat the Grim. Somewhere else, Blake met and teamed up with Wonder Woman. Together they learned that something's been messing with the sea life, and after that she gets her parents' permission to leave Paradise Island and goes to help with Blake. In the next issue, we see Weiss attending her father's party, where she meets Bruce Wayne. As mentioned before, people hated this, and I don't understand. This version of Bruce Wayne is not the same version as the Prime. This is a 16 years old, and of course he's gonna flirt. He's Bruce Wayne. Anyways, Bruce is accused for stealing some dude's wallet. It's also revealed that Bruce Wayne is actually a faunus. A faunus is pretty much a half human, half animal, and people are so racist towards them. Do you think I was trying to throw him in your path? The Wayne has quite a fortune indeed, but faunus? I wouldn't even sell you into marriage for that. Honestly, this makes way too much sense why Weiss would throw herself to Bruce Wayne. Later they find the culprit, and after that, Weiss and Bruce goes to Beacon and Candy, where they meet up with the rest of the gang and Ozpin. Evil! During this scene, a bunch of characters introduce themselves, and it's actually a lot of fun to read. And you? Bruce has bad ears. Well, you do not have any gauntlets to defend unlimited things from harm. I don't know why people hate this. This is fun. I like it. I like this. I support this ship. Ship supported. So apparently Alfred gave Bruce a battle axe. Heck, even Yang supports this ship. So after all that, Osmond tells everyone that something weird has been going on. So then all of them compare notes. After that, everyone split up and looked for more clues. During that, we meet the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. And for some reason, Weiss decides to hit on Cyborg. Okay, I don't understand the Cyborg thing. I don't know why they added Cyborg there. For some reason, we have a love triangle. Not only that, this is pretty much a telenovela at this point.
Televisa presenta. Me peleaba, nunca descansaba sobre este mundo peculiar. Soy un forastero nada más. Desde siempre ya no hay más por por lo que llorar. Y me regreso a mi hogar que mis sueños guardan. Y por un tropiezo pude conocerte, con secretos al igual que yo, pretendiendo ser alguien normal. Como todos me cansé de hallar mi lugar. Creo que debo comenzar un nuevo hogar de cero. Fue ese día en el cual nuestra promesa nació, un acuerdo mutuo desde el corazón. Tomas mi mano al regresar, pienso en que vamos a cenar, cómo estuvo mi día y tal. Quiero decirte cada cosa, todos los días son una comedia entre tú y yo. Bailas conmigo y entiendo que es tu sonrisa lo que me hace bien, porque la risa en nuestra vida nunca se irá.
Anyways, the gang regroups, but they get ambushed by a bunch of brainwashed people, including Team Jupiter. During the fight, Ruby breaks the mask that Pyro was wearing, and it reveals a starfish. Jessica Cruz finally decides to show up and helps our heroes escape. Jessica explains that she's been chasing a being throughout the multiverse of madness. This villain has been manipulating things behind the shadows for 16 years. This fiend is of course no other than Darkseid. What the heck you mean, Starro? I have a problem with Starro being the main baddie. Okay, we could have Brainiac, the Legion of Doom, Darkseid. Like, I know Starro is an iconic character, but I'm just tired of seeing him everywhere. My theory why they chose Starro is probably to pay homage to the original Justice League or to promote the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. But why? So I had to look it up and see what people thought of Starro being the main baddie. So I found a post on the RWBY subreddit, and most of the comments were just okay with Starro. Then again, I have to remember that most of these are not huge DC nerds like me. Our heroes regroup at Atlantis, where we get a lot of fun moments and even a bunch of bonding time. I really like that. I really like this scene. Heck, we can even get more Weiss and Cyborg scenes, even though Bruce Wayne is a better pick for her. I'm just saying. And the next day, our heroes decides to throw a sneak attack on Starro. And for the most part, they got the upper hand. Starro decides to send in Team Jupiter. And of course, Team RWBY does not want to hurt their friends. So Jessica used her powers to trap them, only for her to get brainwashed by Starro. See, Jessica, this is why you're not my favorite Lantern. And by the way, my favorite Lantern is Jon Stewart. I know that's such a basic answer, but Jon Stewart's awesome. Jessica now decides to give each character PTSD. I am not joking. With the help of Batman, Clark was able to get a hangar full of dust and threw it at Starro. Somehow this breaks Starro's control. Weiss, Cyborg, and Jessica used their powers together to trap and sealed Starro away, and I swear to God himself, DC better not make Starro the main villain ever again. After a celebration, the newly formed Justice League built their watchtowers and saved their goodbyes, and Weiss got a kiss both from Batman and Cyborg, even though she should have ended up with Batman. Honestly, I shouldn't be supporting the ship, but it has better chemistry than Bumblebee. Overall, the story was pretty fun to read. It was just okay. And this is coming from a DC fanboy, so my opinion may differ from a RWBY fan reading this. My main issue is that I feel like there was just so much wasted potential on this crossover. Like, I was like thinking like, oh, this is gonna be like the Batman Ninja Turtles trilogy, which like the second one and third one are like really weird, but they're so much fun to read. Like, they were given more creativity in that one. This one barely feels like they have any creativity. I mean, we got Starro as the main villain. We could have Sexy Lex and his Legion of Doom, Brainiac, Darkseid, a original villain. Heck, I'll even take General Zod, Neo before Zod. And even outside of the main Justice League members, there was barely any other DC characters other than Barry's mom and Jesse Quick. Heck, there's probably not even a Reverse Class in this universe. I don't know, just let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.
Don't be sorry, this